Hey everybody. Alright, so in the last tutorial we went over how to navigate through the member dashboard, how to make a page, and how to set the permissions for that page. And in this tutorial I want to show you a few things that I forgot to show you in the last tutorial, and then continue on and show you how to put some content onto your page and give a little intro on what I want the format to be like for your posts. So what I forgot to do is this. So we need to go to the dashboard. And you remember we created that test member page. Well, I'm going to redo that because I didn't set some of the settings there. So we'll go sitemap. I guess we want to go to the home page. That's where we want to go. So this is where we want to be. We'll say add page. It's going to be the 3-column width again. The name of it will be test member. I'm sure you remember this. And the alias, like I was saying, that's what we want to be the link to get to this page. Well, I never did set that, and that's the thing I want to show you. So we'll go exclude from nav, like I showed you before, and this will keep the page from showing up in the main navigation toolbar at the top of the website. My internet's being kind of slow, sorry about that. Okay, so this is what we had before. Need to go and set the permissions again really fast, and I did this before, so I'll just kind of go really quick. Add user group, test member. We want everybody to be able to read it. We want the member to be able to edit the whole page. Obviously you won't be able to set some of these settings, as the administrator will be able to do most of it, but you'll figure it out once you kind of dabble around with it. So those settings are right. We want to change the sub page permissions. Just check all of these boxes pretty much and say save. Okay, so we got the page created. Now what we need to do is go to the sitemap. So we'll go to dashboard, sitemap, and we need to set the URL location for the page so that when the test member or when the member logs in, they can just go to that page and edit it. So we want to go test member properties, page paths and locations. You'll see there's no location. So if you were to type in designsocially.com/test-member, the page won't come up because there's no location for it. So we need to put that in right here, and then just say save, and that should be done. So now we can sign out, or I can sign out. Since I made that page, all that stuff would already be done for you as a member, as some of you have probably found out already, and you can just go sign in and go to that page and be good to go. So we'll sign in as the test member now. So this is like you were signing in. And it'll take you right to the home page. And you know, I might actually be able to change the settings to take you right to the page that you can edit. And that would be ideal. I'll probably end up doing that. So since we're at the home page, we need to get to the page that we can edit. So we'll type in test-member. Alright, and that's the page that we are allowed to do whatever we want to, pretty much, under some minor guidelines. So since we have the page here, I want to show you now how to put some content into it and give you an idea what the format should be for your posts. So we're going to say edit page, and we need to put the navigation toolbar up here. We need to go add block, and auto nav is what it is. We'll say add. And all the links aren't going to show up because it's not completely set up yet, so just bear with me that there's going to be a few more links in here when we get going. But now next thing is the header, and you've probably noticed the Design Socially logo up here at the top on every page. So we're going to go to add header, add block, and we want to go down to image because it's an image that we're uploading here. You say choose image, and you would just search through here till you found it, or if you know the name of it, you just do a search in here. Since I know the name of it, I'll just do that, make it quick. And I would recommend that you make most of your images that you upload GIF files, GIFs, because the file size is much smaller than a JPEG, so it makes the page a lot quicker for loading. So just a heads up for future reference. So we're going to click on this one because this is the image we want in the header. Say choose. The image on state, I believe that's for like if you were to hover over it, you know what would happen. Like it might highlight or something like that. I'm not worried about it. It says optional, so just don't touch it. You can mess around with it, but For as far as for the site header, I want it to be as it is right now. And image links to URL, it is exactly what it says. It wants extension, so to make the image clickable. And this one, I have all the logos at the top of the pages clickable to go back to the home page. So the tiny URL that we use for the home page is $lowercase c, capital I, capital D equals 1. And basically that's just the extension. So if you imagine designsocially.com/this, that would take you to the home page also. So we just need the extension, so that's what we need in that box to take us to the home page. Alt text and caption, we don't really need anything there. It's just for, you know, if the images weren't turned on the browser, then there would be a name for the website there, but you don't need to worry about that. And it's nice to put in the dimensions that you want your image to be. It's a good way to kind of keep all your images lined up if you want them all to be the same size. And this one, the header is always 600 by 266. That's just what it turned out to be. So we'll say add, and that'll put it in the box up at the top of the page like the rest of them. And to make sure that it's centered, I just like, oh, see, I clicked it and it took me to the home page. I didn't even mean to do that because it should be in edit mode. Sometimes Concrete 5 has some bugs. But anyways, I want to click this and say design, and then in alignment I want to say center, because just to make sure, I want to make sure that it is centered on the page. It's just a good consistency thing to do. But anyways, that's the header. That's how you would upload an image. You would also do the same for in a post. Next, I want to show you how to get that header, like a title block at the top of your post, and then put the content in and to the format that I'm kind of requiring. So we'll say add to main, add block, and we want to add content. This is just for like a post text, you know. And you'll notice that if you just type in, the post I'm doing is called The Infinite Passion. It's a post that I've already made, so I have the text for it. We can plop it in, just copy and paste. If I just type that in and then give it a paragraph and some just blah text and say add, you'll notice that it's all just body font. It's just basic default. Basically, it's the font that is going to be used for the body paragraphs of your post. So we want to edit that. What you'll do is you'll just change this first line to, instead of paragraph, we'll change it to heading 1. It's similar to Microsoft Word and other word processors, and that will give it that title block at the top. And then this here is going to be our body text for our post. So I'm going to delete that, and I actually have the post copied over here, and we're just going to paste it right in, and you'll see how it works. So I got the body font, body text in. I also have a link right here. I'll show you how to make one of those really quick also. And then here's the footer. And the way I want the footer, just for the page to look nice and all that stuff, you put this to the right, because most lines at the end of a paragraph don't finish off all the way. It leaves a little bit of a negative space to put this footer. It's a lot more balanced looking on the page. And we want to change this footer to the smallest font size available. Just gives a nice hierarchy to the post. You know, the most important thing is the title, so people are interested. Then they read it, and then at the end they're like, wow, who wrote that? And they say, oh, this person on this date. Right on. So that's that. You'll say update, and this is similar to what it'll look like if we're not in edit mode. So it looks nice and clean, as you can see. And so the other thing I want to show you is how to put a link in, like I have where it says portfolio. We'll say edit. This is pretty simple. If if you've dealt with HTML before, you'll have an idea of how this works. But say I want to link back to my own page instead of this test members page. We'll select Infinite Passion. Well, let's see. I guess it's not really important, but we'll select Passion. You want to make sure you're just selecting the letters, no spaces, and you want to click on this chain link here. It's called Insert Edit Link, and you want to put in the link URL, the full URL. You can just copy and paste this from a website that you want to link back to, or what have you. It can be whatever you want, as long as it's related to your post. So I'm going to link to my page. That's the URL to go to my page. And then open in this window frame, that means it's just going to stay in this browser tab and it's not going to take us away from the website. And the title is just what the word that you selected. That's just what I use for the title. And then the class, you can't set that. And then anchors, I don't know either. And pop-up, I haven't done anything with those. You can play with them if you'd like. But anyways, I'm just going to insert this and show you what it does. Underlines it and makes it a darker color of text. And you can say update. And we'll exit the edit mode to see what it looks like as if we were viewing this as a guest. And this is what we see. You know, it looks really clean, nice and centered on the page. A good solid post, and it's got some links in here so the readers can, you know, be like, oh, I wonder what that is. Even if they don't read it, they can click on it and go to another page of the website, and that links back to my page like I thought it would. We'll just go back, and we'll try this one too. It takes you to the login for some reason. I'm thinking that's because it's a link that is under my page, and I haven't set the permissions for it, so it makes sense. It wants me to log in as the admin to look at that page. But anyways, yeah, that's how you put some content on your page, including an image and some links. In the next tutorial, I'm going to show you how to go into further depth and recreate one of the pages I've already done. That way you'll have a lot better idea of how to go about editing your own page and give you some ideas on what you can do. So yeah, stay tuned and I'll see you there.